Hello and welcome to Sensational South. I'm Harish Upadhyaya. For the next 30 minutes, we bring you all the major news and newsmakers from across South India. Our top story today comes from Karnataka. The infighting in the Congress and the BJP has continued. While DK and Siddaramaiah saga continues, it was B.S. Yediyurappa who gave the BJP leaders some sleepless nights this week. So what really transpired? What can we expect ahead of the elections? We'll debate that, but first the report.
Two mass leaders from two national parties, both giving jitters to their leadership with their stance this week.
ಅದಲ್ಲೇನು ಸತ್ಯಾಂಶ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಪಕ್ಷ ಬಲಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರಮ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದು ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಗೊಂದಲ ಭಿನ್ನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ.
Lingayat strongman B.S. Yediyurappa sending a veiled threat to the party leadership after feeling sidelined. The former Karnataka Chief Minister got a last-minute invite to the inauguration of BJP offices in different districts ahead of next year's Karnataka elections. This despite the program being scheduled weeks in advance and party president JP Nadda taking part in it. BSY didn't shy away from admitting that he was invited at the 11th hour and that he was going because it was inevitable. The BSY camp believes that BJP National General Secretary B.L. Santosh is trying to deny him his rightful place in the party. Yediyurappa's son Vijayendra is yet to be given a green signal to contest in the 2023 Assembly elections. Ambiguity over where he will contest from is another sticking point, which has irked BSY. BJP central leadership had to intervene and pacify him. A chopper was arranged at the last minute to ensure BSY shared the stage with JP Nadda in Koppal on Thursday. Despite all this, the BJP is claiming that all is well.
ಅದು ತಂದೆ ಮಗನ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
But dissent has been brewing for weeks now. Earlier this year, BSY had unilaterally declared Vijayendra as his successor from the Shikarpura constituency. Yediyurappa skipped the Jan Sankalp Yatra in Kunigal and Tumakuru. He was supposed to lead it jointly with Chief Minister Bommai. Earlier in the month, Yediyurappa and Bommai returned separately from Gujarat after the swearing-in ceremony of Bhupendra Patel. BSY arrived in an ordinary aircraft while Bommai flew back by a special flight around the same time. The opposition Congress has tried to cash in on the controversy by claiming that there is a massive rift within the BJP.
There is no high command. High command doesn't have control. You know about all other leaders also in various. You know the chief minister's political secretary also. What all the statement between the newcomers and the old-timers. The biggest rift going on inside, boiling. I don't know when it will explode.
Ironically, the Congress too is struggling to handle its mass leader, Siddaramaiah. On Wednesday, the former chief minister once again defied party diktat and announced another candidate for next year's elections. He declared former MLA Vijayanand as Congress's candidate from the Hungund Assembly constituency in Bagalkot. In November, Siddaramaiah had declared candidates from 5 constituencies in Koppal district. This had irked DK Shivkumar and the party high command.
ವಿಜಯಾನಂದ ಕಾಶ್ಯಪ್ಪನವರು ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಬೇಡ ಅವರಿಗೆ 100% ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ ಗೆದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿಧಾನಸಭೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ.
As both the Congress and the BJP strategize for the upcoming assembly elections, handling their mass leaders would be a challenging task. With Harish Upadhyaya in Bengaluru, Anisya Kumar for CNN News 18.
Yes, handling both Siddaramaiah and B.S. Yediyurappa would be a challenging task for the BJP and the Congress respectively. So how will this pan out now? We'll debate that. We have an eminent panel joining us today. We have Mr. Suresh, the spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. We have Mr. Nagaraj Yadav of the Congress and senior journalist Mr. Ramkrishna Upadhyaya joining us. I'll come to you, Mr. Suresh, first. How does the party now plan to placate Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa? He might have taken part in that particular program in Koppal, but he's made his displeasure very clear at being invited at the last moment.
Harish, there is too much of reading into a simple situation, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation that is being spread, particularly by the Congress and some section of the media. If you see the incident, if you see our inauguration of the party office in Koppal district, the entire rank and file of the Bharatiya Janata Party, starting from our national president to the state president to our tallest leader Yediyurappa to our chief minister Bommai, everybody were standing united on the dais inaugurating the Bharatiya Janata Party office.
Sir, if he's your tallest leader, why is it that he's being invited at the last minute for a crucial program where your national president is coming? What does it talk about Yediyurappa's stature and how much he's being respected and how much he's seen as crucial for BJP's plans in Karnataka?
Yediyurappa ji is the tallest leader of BJP in Karnataka. He's also given his seniority a parliamentary board member, which is the highest decision-making body as far as the tickets are concerned. All the strategizing for the elections and everything else on the ground that the preparations are happening keeping in loop the senior-most leaders, including Sri Yediyurappa. So there is no such, difference or anything like what you are saying. Also in the past, I want to give you one example where
you're saying all is well. I'll take that question to Mr. Ramakrishna Upadhyaya. Mr. Upadhyaya, the BJP says all is well. But looking at what's happened over the last few weeks, do you really believe that all is well between B.S. Yediyurappa and the party leadership? One, there is a question on how B.S. Yediyurappa is being respected in the state unit, the leaders here. Second is, why is the BJP still not giving clarity on Vijendra's future?
You see, Harish, there are a lot of reasons for Yediyurappa to be unhappy in the BJP. I think, these things are coming out one by one. And I think one of the reasons is that the state leaders, he feels, are not respecting him, to the extent that he should be. And secondly, he feels that, they are not reining in people who are criticizing him and, constantly giving pinpricks to him. And thirdly, about the future of Vijendra. And all these, I think, building up within himself. And what happened in Koppal, I think, was just, burst out the whole, that's just come out in the open. So basically, I feel that, he's feeling that he's not getting the respect that it deserves, being the parliamentary committee member. I mean, he's a parliamentary board member and also the Central Election Committee member. And he's the only one from Karnataka. He's the senior most. He's among the top 10, leaders at the national level. But look at the way he's being treated in Karnataka. And he feels, that's the reason why that he should assert himself. And he just almost, didn't appear at Koppal. And last minute, they had to, call up from Delhi, from Bangalore, everywhere, and then make him attend this conference. I think basically he's worried about the future of his son, Vijendra, and nobody is, giving him an assurance that he will be given the ticket, he will be made a candidate, and he also wants clarity on where he's going to contest from. That also is not being provided to him, and that's the reason why he's jittery. So the party has to do enough to make sure that,
the party hasn't assured him a ticket, despite B.S. Yediyurappa coming out and saying that Mr. Vijendra will be his successor from Shikaripura. The party still is not giving any commitment to B.S. Yediyurappa and his son. That perhaps seems to be the reason. But Mr. Nagaraj Yadav, we have seen D.K. Shivkumar coming out in the open and saying there are serious differences between Mr. Bommai and B.S. Yediyurappa. It's just a matter of time before it explodes. But then why is Congress not looking at its own backyard? In November, Siddaramaiah went ahead and declared 5 candidates. And once again, after the party asked him not to do so, he's back this week declaring the candidate for Hungun constituency.
Okay, Mr. Harish, I have not interfered when Upadhyaya and Mr. Swadesh are speaking. I expect the same discipline now. And as per your question, you say that Shivkumar has to bother only about the Congress party. He need not talk about the BJP, is it? We are a principal opposition party. We definitely target the BJP, what they are doing in today. What exactly has happened is, I will continue where Mr. Ramakrishna Upadhyaya left it. Today, the basic idea is that he was a super CM, Mr. Vijendra, when Yediyurappa was the chief minister. Today, he is not having that kind of a clout there in the government or governance today. This is the problem where he is finding it. His son is not getting his due representation or due future for him, what has to be done. And second thing, Yediyurappa is being the senior most leader, whichever party he belongs to, definitely he is the senior most leader, a master leader of Karnataka state, and he should get his due respect. Nothing greater than self-respect. Today he's been insulted so much because he was not gotten called on time for inauguration of a program when the All India president of BJP is coming. Then he was asked to come because the media started writing about it and saying that Yediyurappa is upset. The second part, I'll tell you that not only Vijayendra going to contest in Shikaripura or not. The idea is this, that Vijayendra had such a cloud in the entire administration of Karnataka government, where that has been missing today is like a fish out of water. That is the worry for the Yediyurappa, and that is
Sir, what about Mr. Siddaramaiah not respecting DK Shivkumar or the Congress High Command?
No, I'll come.
They are saying do not announce candidates. If he's announcing candidates, if he's announcing candidates, the whole process that the Congress now has for ticket distribution comes out to be a scam.
No question of that. Then this matter, I will come. As a principal opposition, definitely what's happening, boiling points are there in BJP. We will definitely highlight to the people of Karnataka, because everything is not all right in BJP. It's not only between Bommai and Yediyurappa. You have seen how Yediyurappa has been insulted so much by BJP. What Vishwanath is speaking about it, you know about it. What Ethanol is speaking, you know about it. All have been taken into consideration. BJP is completely disturbed the house today, no doubt about it. Coming back to Congress is that definitely Chief Minister, he was a former Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah, and he must have spoken because there are demand of people are saying that who is going to be a candidate. He must have said that. It doesn't mean that we will not follow the protocol of the Congress which has been framed. There is a committee, there will be an election committee will be there, and that election committee will definitely take a due process of the candidate, and that will be the final issue of announcing the candidate. Siddaramaiah being the front runner in the entire episode, he has said that because the people's demand in the public. Nothing else it has been. It is not everything is final. We have called for applications, and there is no question of scam in Congress, and it is not Congress party's candidates will be done in the view of public's opinion. People who are involved with people are getting social involvement, and the background of the candidates will be checked, and they will be identified the candidate.
Okay.
The High Command will decide the candidate.
In fact, I want to bring in Mr. Ramakrishna Upadhyaya. Mr. Ramakrishna Upadhyaya, Siddaramaiah is constantly defying the state leadership, the state KPCC president, defying Congress High Command. He's asserting himself. Is the Congress left with any other option or choice here? He's clearly their mass leader. They can't really antagonize him.
Siddaramaiah is behaving like the super high command in the Congress, because he feels that he's already the Congress, Chief Minister candidate. He doesn't recognize, DK Shivkumar or anybody else as a candidate. He thinks that he is going to be the Chief Minister if the Congress comes to power. And he is behaving as if, he can decide all these issues about candidates, who is going to contest from where.
Yes.
And surprisingly, he is making all these claims when, Mr. Mallikarjuna Kharge has taken over as a Congress president. And Kharge knows, inside out of Karnataka politics. And Siddaramaiah is behaving as if he decides all these things. I think that is creating a lot of friction within the Congress. And Mr. Nagaraj Yadav doesn't want to talk about what's happening in Congress. So he's only concentrating on what's happening in BJP. Of course, BJP also situation is bad, because if they continue to, ignore Mr. Yediyurappa, there's going to be trouble for them. There is going to be trouble for them, and they need to make it very clear, that Vijayendra will be accommodated somewhere. See, just a few days back, Vijayendra, announced that he's ready to contest from Varuna. That's I think fantastic move. If Vijayendra can contest from Varuna, that will make Siddaramaiah also think whether he should go to Varuna or not. See, until now, Siddaramaiah has not been able to make a decision where to contest from. Somebody who has been in politics for 4 decades and was a full-time chief minister doesn't have a constituency. I mean, this is very surprising for somebody who's been so long in politics, and he doesn't have a constituency to choose from.
The other question that is within the BJP is if indeed Vijayendra will contest in Varuna, possibly against Mr. Siddaramaiah, then shouldn't the BJP leadership make it clear to Mr. Vijayendra, give him time to work on ground there? It's not an easy constituency for the BJP or Mr. Vijayendra.
No, I think first of all, they have to resolve this issue, whether dynasty politics can be made an exception in Karnataka. Because see, that is where the dilemma lies with the BJP. Mr. Modi keeps talking about dynastic politics. He's totally opposed to dynastic politics, and they don't know what to do. I think they should decide whether Vijayendra will be a candidate or not. And if Yediyurappa has, has accepted that he will not contest from Shikaripura, which means that there is no question of dynasty. So Vijayendra should be allowed to contest from either of the two seats, and that position should be made very clear to him.
Why it is not going to be dynasty? No, why it should not be called?
No, Yediyurappa will not be there. Not both of them. Both father and son will not be contesting. So if only one of them can contest,
No.
Well, Mr. Nagaraj Yadav, you have a whole list of ticket aspirants who are sons and daughters of your leaders. Both parties are no different on that count.
We are not speaking like what BJP is something they are doing something else. When Raghavendra is already an MP, why Vijayendra to be
Last time, don't forget Mr. Nagaraj Yadav. Last time, along with Siddaramaiah, son also contested.
No, please understand.
So here, if Yediyurappa steps aside,
How come?
what is wrong with that?
That's a valid point Mr. Upadhyay is making. I want to bring in Mr. Suresh on one aspect here. One aspect that's being spoken about is that B.S. Yediyurappa's camp believes its National General Secretary, Mr. B.L. Santosh, who's actually sidelining B.S. Yediyurappa, not giving him the right due, the credit that he deserves in the state. Mr. Suresh, this has been an issue for more than a decade now. Both the leaders have had a very uneasy equation between them. Once again, BSY camps believes that it could be B.L. Santosh scuttling B.S. Yediyurappa's chances here or his son's chances here. How does the BJP finally resolve this issue?
See, Harish, one objection I have is I was not able to hear Nagaraj Yadav speak. There is some issue with the audio. Okay. So I'm not able to react to all the rubbish that Nagaraj Yadav has spoken. First point. Second point, with the word you used called BJP camp, I strongly object to that word. Just last week, Janardhan Reddy's grandson naming ceremony B.S. Yediyurappa has attended in Gangavati district. As far as the BJP is concerned, we are completely and a very strongly united force. We have a very strong Sangathan on the ground, and we are going to come back to power in Karnataka.
So why is the party still not giving clarity to Mr. Vijayendra?
And they're trying to spread this falsehood.
Mr. Suresh, why is the party not giving clarity to Mr. Vijayendra on where he'll contest from? If he will indeed contest, whether it's Shikaripura or Varuna. Already the party has assured some of these turncoat MLAs that they will be given a ticket.
Clarity is not given through you or through some media channel. BJP will not give clarity to Vijayendra through some media channel. That's not how the party functions. What kind of expectation is that? And why should we give answer to that question? That is not right.
Okay. Mr. Suresh, we are completely out of time, but we really do hope that you've given clarity to Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa over whatever he said this week. It doesn't look like there is clarity. There's some uneasiness over there. Going by what he said earlier in the week, I would like to thank all our guests who joined today. Well, time for a quick break now. On the other side, we'll get you all the other major stories from across South India.